It is not just people with constipation who often need more fiber. If you have bloating, gas, or diarrhea, then fiber can actually be a really important part of your symptom management plan. Today, we're talking to Chloe Valentine. She is a research dietitian from the Monash University FODMAP team, and we are going to be looking at low FODMAP sources of fiber along with your fiber supplement options. Hi, Chloe. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Alana. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Now, let's just dive straight into it. When you are on the first phase of the low FODMAP diet, what are your go-to low FODMAP food sources?
Yeah, so there are many foods that contain a good amount of fiber, but also FODMAPs. And so it is important to identify which one's the right option for you. So some good sources of fiber are usually found in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes. So using the food guide in our app to find foods from those categories that you like and you have access to are really great to include in your meals. But then also recipes, whether it be from monashfarmer.com or a little bit yummy, finding recipes that contain those ingredients are good to make sure you're getting a good range of different types of fiber and different types of foods that contain fiber that are low FODMAP.
Absolutely. We have a high fiber recipe filter on a in the recipe area. So if you're looking for those low FODMAP options, it's a really great place to start. Now, Chloe, just before we move on to the next question, you mentioned legumes in that list, and there's going to be a few people going, hang on, wait a second. Legumes are normally classified in those high FODMAP food lists. Do you want to just spend 20 seconds to clarify that for us?
Look for the green traffic light. So if you look in our app, in the pulses, legumes, like nuts sort of category, there's a lot of legumes, particularly canned legumes. So like things like chickpeas, that sort of thing. There is a low FODMAP serving size. And even lentils, there is a low FODMAP serving size for canned versions of these because of that processing method. So it's doable. It is possible. You don't have to completely exclude them.
Absolutely. So the green rated serving size in the Monash University FODMAP app is we want to be looking for those legumes. And there's heaps of fun recipe options that use them too. Okay, so we've got some broad categories to look for those high fiber foods in. Next step, if you're sitting here going, I don't think I'm getting enough fiber from my food sources, what do I look for in a fiber supplement?
Yeah, so fiber supplements are so popular these days. There's a lot of different brands out there. So looking at the ingredients is important because some things are more tolerated than others in IBS. So things that we've found that are pretty well tolerated are psyllium or psyllium husk. You can usually get that from the supermarket. Something labeled PHGG, which is partially hydrolyzed guar gum. That's, again, a really well tolerated fiber supplement. And there are some other things that are really food-based ones, like linseeds and oats. There's, powders of those. Styroculia and methylcellulose are other ingredients of fiber supplements that we've found are well tolerated in IBS. But it's really important when you're taking a fiber supplement, don't just go the full ham. Don't do a huge serve on your first go because you're going to end up really constipated and uncomfortable, and you're not going to like the outcomes from that. So start with a small dose. Start with half a teaspoon when you're starting off eating it, and slowly increase over several days. And you might not get instant, relief, but just take your time, go up a little bit, and with every bit of fiber that you increase your water consumption, because otherwise, again, you could end up constipated. So just making sure increasing fiber slowly and increasing your water alongside it.
Absolutely. We really love psyllium husk here. I never know if I'm saying it right, but anyway, that is definitely a go-to for us. And what Chloe said is true. You don't want to create a glue in your gut. You want to create a fiber supplement that's going to sort of make those nice, bulky, soft stools that are easy to pass. Exactly. So the water is key. Now, Chloe, you mentioned linseeds before. Is there a maximum serve for those if you're bringing them into your diet? Do you know off the top of your head?
Check the app. Not off the top of my head. I'm really bad at remembering things off the top of my head. But the app, same with oats and everything. Checking the app, there's low FODMAP serve size of things, and you can add them into recipes like you've got yogurts and breakfasts and all that sort of stuff. So yes, just check the app for that low FODMAP serving size.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Those are some very quick fire tips on how to get a bit more fiber into your diet to help with your symptoms. And just remember that fiber does not work overnight. These are strategies that you might need to include for, say, a good month before you really start to see the benefits of. So don't give up on them too quickly. If you need more support, check in with your dietitian. They've got some great support, or there's some more fibre resources on monashfodmap.com or on alittlebit.yummy.com that can be helpful too. Thank you so much, Chloe, for joining us today, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thanks, Alana.